Hey. Yes, I go by what's on the cards. I look at the pictures, but I also go by my own intuition. This message today is actually July, beginning of July. By the time this is uploaded, it'll probably be around the 3rd or 4th or so of 2026. Anyways, bond. We have two crows, male and female. Please remember, I am not reading gender, I'm reading energies. So you have the energy of a bond. It could be a loving bond, it can be a friendship bond, which is also a loving bond, but it could be lovers, friends, but you have some type of bond that you are being, is overall energy of this. This isn't a love reading, but it is overall energy of the message is a bond. What's opposing it is survival. Now the story of the card is the crow that's hiding underneath the flower bush because a fox is waiting on it. The fox is hungry. When you're hungry, you have more patience for your food to come out. So he's waiting. But I take it, since it's following the bond, which is followable by direction. The bond and your need to survival or your need to feel safe may be influencing your directions that you're going in your life at this time, which can be good. It may be a good thing, but just so you don't take that survival on the negative flip and always run away from any kind of bond that you may have. Bond's not necessarily commitment. Bond is what you feel towards another energy that is strong, that how do I explain this, Divine? If it's like a career-wise, the bond you may have with another person, that you don't want the bond to be broken, and because of that survival of that bond, may be the direction of, like if you're offered a job somewhere else than where you live, like in a different state, and you may be afraid that it'll break your bond with your friends. Maybe, new neighborhood, new friends, and because of that fear of like the first day of school, in a new school, it may be influencing your direction. But let's see what more we can get out of this. What goes underneath the bond? Let's see. Clarify the bond, please, Divine. Spirits, my spirit guides, my angel guides. Let's clarify the bond, please. Oh, we got risk, exposed, and dominance. Okay, risk. Sometimes you know ahead of time your direction is. You know what risk you have to take to get something. It's like, you know what it is. Maybe you've done it before and it worked out. You know what the risk is, and it's under bond. So it might be, the safety of, I already know that. I've already done that. It worked out. I know I can do that. And then you have exposed, which is a beautiful picture of an owl coming down on a crow. Like, oops. Owls are powerful animals. And it's under survival, so it makes me think that some type of risk. Well, then you have dominance. It's like one bird dominating over another bird under direction. At 6, 47, 12, 41, 17, and 16. Because you get risk and exposed, followed by dominance, either you're wanting to dominate the direction that you're going because of survival feelings and feeling like you've been exposed. You may want to try to control a situation, which may be taking a big risk. Take a risk that you took in the past, and because afraid of being exposed, the survival and exposed, it may make you feel that you have to control your direction or dominate your directions, or maybe you feel on the flip side, maybe you feel somebody else is trying to dominate your direction because maybe they're afraid you're going to expose them for whatever risk you or they took. I know that's kind of confusing. It depends. I mean, it's a general reading. I don't know your story. You have to think on it. I definitely say that meditation is needed. But I probably say that in all my readings. I am big on meditation. But if you're feeling dominant over a situation, you may need to step back and then decide if this bond you're feeling, if it's really the direction you want. And remember, your path is your path. Dominate your own path, but don't try to dominate somebody else's path. If somebody else gets exposed for some kind of risk, and you really don't want to go that way because of the survival and exposed being taken, you really don't want to go that way, I think you should take that in consideration and think on it. But let's see if Spirit has anything more. My guys want to add anything more to this. This is where I wait for a flip out. If something flips out, there you go. They want to talk. Caching. I'm saying that right. C-A-C-H-I-N-G. Caching. Number 7. That is where the bird takes food, buries it in different areas for like when winter comes. Somewhat like what a squirrel does. So are you getting your direction and whatever, and you're kind of putting it to the side, just kind of not wanting to take the risk of being exposed, so you're just kind of putting it to the side, saving for a rainy day or maybe a trip you're going to take. I see clouds in the background, so it makes me think of rain, the saying, a rainy day. Sometimes a rainy day comes when it's very sunny and hot. Okay, then we have perspective, which is the bird hanging. Birds do this. I saw this the other day. I thought it was so strange looking. I was like, what's wrong with that bird? He doesn't know how to... Then it dawned on me what he was doing. He was actually hanging upside down to get to the bird feeder. But it looks so funny. So you may need to step back, like I even said that earlier, to step back and think about maybe your future, about your direction, and why are you feeling like the survival? Why are you feeling you're being exposed? Or Maybe somebody else is being exposed, and it gives you a different perspective of what direction you're going to take. Any other messages? Any other messages? You may be, which is funny because perspectives under survival and exposed, maybe you see a different perspective and it makes you feel exposed. But sometimes being exposed is a good thing. It gives you a new outlook on things. This sage is going crazy, so it must be something good about the message. So the candles are flicking like crazy. Which of course air conditioning being on, that helps some, but I have it blocked off, so I have this here trying to block it off. Okay, one more. Community. In the bottom of the deck you got distance, soar, it's funny community comes up because if you're watching this, I'm assuming you watch other oracles and tarot and all that. It's all over YouTube. About the change of times right now, the moon, the planets, everything going on that's going on. So you got the community, number 10. That's a good card. But if you notice on the card, the roots are really showing. They're down deep. That can be your friends. That can be the group you hang with. That could be family, especially if you hang with your family. Whoever you hang around with, remember what is the saying? Something about like five of your friends, or example of you, or the 5 people you hang around with the most, example of you. That's what I think of this with the card. And you have distant and soar, which distant and soar is at the bottom of the deck, so that's usually assumed that it's something you really don't see coming. And I'm thinking, if you put a distance between this survival and exposed and dominance feeling, you get a new perspective. You look at your group of friends of which ones you really feel good about. Don't hang with people that make you feel bad. I don't care who they are. Just don't hang with them. They make you feel bad. Love them and let them go. But anyways, that's... Spirit is saying it's time to put a little bit of distance between you and whatever this survival and expose is. You know, get your directions. Make sure you're the one in control of your directions. Not this fear of survival, risk and bond, not all that. Take your bonds. That's good for you. You know what's good for you. You know what you shouldn't be doing that you do. We all do things we know we shouldn't be doing. I love ice cream. I will eat ice cream as if it's a meal if I let myself. But I know it's not good for me. So I make sure I don't let it dominate me. I control how much ice cream I eat. Just a side note there. But be careful. Put a distance between what is not healthy for you. Follow your direction. Listen to your mind. Listen to your heart. You know, your heart will tell you. Your mind sometimes will give you the survival, the exposed feeling. You know, just kind of bump it to the curb. Go with your heart. Speaking of heart, let's go with the animal oracle, which I have my heart stone on there. Let's put that there. Let's go with a message from the animal spirits. One card, please. Thank you. Fell in my lap. Oh, more than one, though. Okay. I'll read them, but I'm only going to put Hawk Spirit. Let Spirit be your guide. Number 32. You also got Brown Bear, Take Time Out. A Bat Spirit, a rebirth is assured. And Deer Spirit, bring a gentle touch. Wow, that put that where you can see that. Yeah. Let spirit be your guide. Seriously, whatever you believe in, whatever higher calling, whatever you believe in, let it be your guide. If you don't know, stop, breathe, slow down, and listen to your spirit. Listen to that inner voice, your intuition. To be home means to be home in your own body. I mean, it can mean stay home if you know your story. But take time out to me is telling you, brown bear spirit's telling you to rest. Prepare yourself. Go back to directions. And I guess wasn't preparing, it was direction I'm thinking of. Take time out. Rebirth is a sure bat spirit. They say we're all going through an awakening and we're all being reborn into the new being. Well, I know I've been going through something I know I've been going through a spiritual readjustment. And then you have deer spirit, bring a gentle touch, which I love seeing a deer. They're beautiful creatures. There was a bear sighting not too long ago down in the city, and it was on the news and everything, because wow, it was like not where you're usually supposed to be. And hawk spirit, one of my favorite birds. I say one because I have a few I like. Yeah, I think that's all yeah. Okay. To finish it out, I'm going to take one card from the Soul Echo as a final message for this. Okay, thank you. Spirit wants to tell you this. Heart entanglement. Might be going back to bond. Let's see. You find yourself emotionally entangled with others' energies. Some connections nourish, others drain. Untangle gently and reclaim your emotional space. Yeah, I think that goes right back with bond. Take time out. Distance. Yeah. Heart entanglement. You find yourself emotionally entangled with others' energies. Sometimes you see somebody else hurting, and it literally make you hurt. Your heart just hurts for them. But it doesn't mean that is always good. It goes back to the bond. Is it good for you? That sounds selfish, but it doesn't mean to be. If somebody you're around all the time is making your heart hurt, always making you feel drained, that's your body telling you something's not right. The card says, untangle gently and reclaim your emotional space. You don't have to, be mean or rough about it. Get away from me. You make me tired. You tire me out. Go away. You're loved, Feel bad for them. You may say, like, if they're crying, I'm sorry you're hurting, but if they're always coming to you with some aches and pains and hardship and crying, that can be very draining. I mean, I don't mean to be mean. We all have people that we know are going through a really rough time now, and I'm not talking about them. They're going through a rough time. You love them and you give them love. But if there's somebody always whining and complaining about nonsense, that really just drains you, those are the people you need to kind of, maybe that's where the distance come in. Kind of, give them a little bit of distance. Soar your own way. Go your own direction. Soar your direction. Give them the distance. They very well may need the distance. They may not even realize what they're doing until after you take your distance and start soaring. Well, maybe I did do a lot of whining and complaining to her. There's times we've all done that. There's times we've all gone, oh, now, why'd I say all that? But if somebody's always doing it to you, always making you feel drained, it's time to put a distance and let Spirit be your guide. Well, that is what I have for you, what Spirit wants me to tell you. So may you walk on this earth fully as your true self, emanating the pure core frequency of your soul. Bye-bye.